This is section 817. We're going to take a look at special triangles. So we're going to recall our special right triangles. Now these special right triangles, we need to write them down, we need to get them down, we need to memorize them. We have a 45, 45, 90 triangle, and we have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. The pattern, or the key that unlocks the triangle of a 45, 45 is your two legs are equal to t. The hypotenuse is t root 2. On the 30, 60, 90 triangle, the shortest leg is t, the longest leg is t root 3, and then your hypotenuse is 2t. You use that pattern, or you use these ratios to then be able to complete the triangle. So let's look at an example here. So if I wanted to find the missing sides. So the first thing I need to do is I need to compare it to the key. Well, I know that on a 45, 45, 90 triangle, it's t, t, and t root 2. So what you're going to do is you're going to set each of these sides equal to each other. So that equals t, that equals t, and that equals t root 2. Now when you do that, always on one of them you can solve for t. Let's say that again. You can always solve for t in one of them. Well, in this case, t is already by itself. T equals 7. So if I know that t equals 7, I can plug, if I were to just look at this triangle here, I can plug it in for t. Or I could plug it in for t here. So 7 then equals x, and then y equals 7 root 2. So when you compare it to the key, you will always be able to find t in some respect. So let's look at another one here. So this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. On the 30, 60, 90 triangle, this was t, t root 3, and 2t. So you set them equal to it. So that's t root 3, and that's 2t. On one of these, you can get t by itself, and that happens to be this one. So if I divide both sides by 2, you get t equals 5. So now plugging it back in. Plug in 5, plug in 5. You're going to get x equals 5 and y equals 5 root 3. So the key here is to remember or memorize the key, and then you just set whatever the key is, each corresponding side, to what's given, and you'll always be able to complete it. Let's look at a little bit more difficult one here. So find the unknown sides. So I have a 30, 60, 90 triangle and a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Well, for the 30, 60, 90, for this one right here, that's 30. So this is t root 3, and then this is 2t. So I know that equals to 30, so t will equal 15. So if I plug that back in, this is 15, and this is 15 root 3. Okay, well then with the 45, 45, 90 triangle, this is t, and this is t root 2. Well, I know that this equals 15, so if t equals 15, I can just plug it in. So I know that this is 15 root 2, and I know that this is 15. So just stating what they are, y is 15 root 2, and x equals 15 plus 15 root 3. That's our answer. So what did we learn today? We learned about our two special right triangles, the 30, 60, 90 triangle and the 45, 45, 90 triangle. Sorry, 45, 45, 90. The two special ratios for the 45, 45, 90 is t, t, t root 2. And then for the 30, 60, 90, it's t, t root 3, and 2t. This does conclude our lesson. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments.